Welcome, everyone, to the Namaste experience. I love saying that. Because this is an experience, and we join in this experience. We are blessed every moment, every morning to be able to come together and to share this. So welcome to all of you, both all of you here at Namaste Village, as well as everyone in the village everywhere, because that's where it is. The Namaste Village is everywhere we look. And we're going to begin with a chant, which is the lesson of the day from A Course in Miracles. Very simple. I am under no laws but God's. Let's see if we can really feel this. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. Sing that with me. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. See if you can feel that. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. We're also not above any laws of God, neither under nor above. So that leads us to humility and service. So let's sing that again, feeling that energy. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. There's nothing in this world that can touch us when we realize that eternal nature which we share with the divine. And that's when we come into the direct experience of being under no laws but God's. Let's sing it a few more times and see if you can take it even deeper. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. Yes. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. Once more. I am under no laws but God's. No laws but God's. No laws but God's. No laws but God's. Take a deep breath. And just remember that God only has one law, and that's the law of love. So you are under no laws but love. That makes it easy. That makes it nice, doesn't it? There's not a whole book filled with the laws of God. There's only one. And that's oneness. That's the experience of oneness. I'm looking to the back of the room and I see that the daily word today is joy. I am joyous today. When you realize that there's only one law, it makes it very simple, doesn't it? It makes it easy just to relax and be joyful and to express that everywhere we go, to love everyone we see, to let all of those other supposed laws go. Now, I'm not telling you to run red lights or anything like that. We're talking about the big laws. There's only one. Now, of course, that makes no sense to the perceptual mind. It's not meant to. It can't make sense to the perceptual mind because the perceptual mind is the literal denial of one. The literal denial of oneness. But we are here to only experience this, that we are one with God, that there are no laws but that one, the law of love. And so that being said, let's go ahead and we'll share in our morning affirmation. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Because if we are under no laws but love itself, then we are as God created us now and forever. So let's go ahead and say this together. I am as God created me. If I remain as God created me, fear has no meaning, evil is not real, and misery and death do not exist. I am as God created me. Indeed, you are. Just rest in that. That's the law of God, that you are now and forever as you were created by God. In love, forever. Nothing you can do about it. That's good news. You've tried. You failed. Greatest failure of your life. So let's go ahead and I want to share with you today's reading. I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the screen. And this is called, wait, it's not it. Hold on, that was, I think, yesterday's. Here it is. The will of God is beyond change. That's today's lesson. The will of God is beyond your ability to change. The life you think you lead has been stitched together by fear. The life that you think that you're living has been stitched together by fear. But the life you truly lead, that which is known by God, is fashioned and maintained by love alone. Fashioned and maintained by love. Rest in that. Just drink that in. The life you've been focusing on until now will end. And it is the idea of this ending that makes you fearful. But the idea of an ending is nothing more than that, an idea. Shift your focus from what seems to end, the personality and the body, to that which has no beginning and no end. And fear will disappear. This is the key right here. Shift your focus from that which seems to end, your personality or your body, to that which has no beginning and therefore can have no end. And fear will disappear on its own. To keep our focus only on the eternal, only on love, that holy, sacred will of God, which is beyond your ability to change. Focus there alone. If something happens to the body, as Vicky always says, pay it no mind. It is what it is. If something's happening in the world, our love is the only thing that's required in any situation, whether it be within my own personal life, within my community, within the world. All this required is for me to extend my love. It makes it very simple when you realize that. So me going off to to Ukraine, for example, and seeing the terrible situation that's going on there. What am I called to do? Am I called to get pulled into that and to feel the drama, or am I there just to give love, to be a source of love? What will be more beneficial? I was there just passing out teddy bears and loving people. Now, I don't know what the tangible results are in the physical world, but I do know that every smile that was inspired, every loving embrace that we shared, that had eternal impact, not temporary impact. Okay, let's keep going. That which seems to end is not known by God, since the heart of God is eternal, and you are held within God's heart. God knows only the real, and reality remains as it has always been. Likewise, you remain as you have always been, and that is why sickness, pain, and death are illusions in your mind, attempting to prove that you can change the will of God. You can't. The will of God is beyond change, just as the truth of your eternal nature in God is beyond change. Once again, the will of God is beyond change, just as the truth of your eternal identity in God is beyond change. Did you get that? Trust this, and fear will vanish forever. On its own, you will need do nothing. It will happen by itself. Your eternal nature within God. If God is eternal, then you are eternal. If there is no beginning and end to love, then you are that. Trust that. Let the focus shift to only that one thing, no matter what. No matter what the evidence portrays, and we have plenty of evidence to support the idea of separation, sickness, and death. It's all around us, but it's all around us as a fail-safe to make sure we never really look at what's really going on. Who do you think set this up in that way? You did. We all did. So that we'll never look at the simplicity of salvation, to realize I am under no laws but God's. I am under no laws but love. That the truth of who I am had no beginning and therefore can have no end. And I can focus on that which seems to have an ending and seems to die. But why? Focus only on that which is true within you. You are held within the mind and the heart and the love of God. Trust that, and fear will disappear on its own. It's a very simple lesson. Now we just have to go out and live it. So Victoria, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you take it from there into the practical. Good morning.
Good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I had to go put green on. This is the best I could do. But you know, it's so simple. It's all make believe. It's everything that we see. It's all make believe. And what you said in the top of that in that first sentence paragraph, it's just an idea. It's just an idea. And ideas strengthen when we use them, play with them, resist them, fight them, share with them, act on them, figure them out. But it's just an idea. That's why pay it no mind if we drop it. It was an idea of make believe. Time and space is an idea of make believe. Let's make believe we are abandoned, that we have no God, that we're in charge of ourselves, that we can set up all our own little kingdoms. Well, we tried it and found out maybe there's a better way. It's not so much fun. So, but it was all just an idea. And because of the nature of our mind, whatever we hold in mind portrays itself, shows up. And it showed up as make believe. And then the last thing, trust in the last paragraph. Just trust that it's make believe and that the truth will set us free. And then what is trust? Trust is just not figuring it out and resisting anymore. Trust is being open to another authority. Trust is a surrender. It's a willingness. It isn't I say this, I say that. It's I have to trust. I let go of these ideas. Just let go of these ideas. They're not. They're all make believe. The world, the forms. What isn't make believe is the love we feel. And right now, it's a tremendous moment of healing for the sonship because we share a moment of compassion. Everyone. I don't know if there's anyone in any part of the world whose heart has not been opened by what appears to be going on in make believe land in the Ukraine and with Russia. And most everyone knows there are no bad guys and no good guys. These are pictures of fear, fearful children, desperate, calling for the love that would heal them and set them free. And we have answered that call and said, we will remember that this is all make believe and that the truth of everyone, of all of us, is that we are living souls. We belong to God. He cares for us and He wants to care for us. We just have to trust it and trust Him and stop making up more make believe solutions. Just trust Him. Here I am, God. Here I am, dear God. Let your will be done in me. That you are my Father, that we are one, that you careth for me and all of my brothers that seem to be in make believe land. I trust that. Show me how to do that. That's why we're each called to end the war in our own minds about who we are. We're not the bodies and the roles we play. We are the living light, the soul that God created. As we rest and trust that and not know what to do with the rest of it, the ideas of make believe fall away. They fall away because we do not support them, not because we fight them, not because we make all these big understandings and books and arguments. They fall away because they lack support. Let's put all our support in the love of God. That's all that we're asked to do. Put all our support in the love of God and the compassion we feel for our brothers who are going through nightmares, dreams of terror. It opens all of our hearts of love to love and bless and to remember that love is our true identity, that we share that. And in this moment of compassion, which we don't call someone right or wrong and call everyone that's calling for help our opportunity to give the help, our opportunity to love and bless everyone, then the outpicturings of terror have to fall away. When we do not share a thought system, we weaken it. And when we weaken it, we strengthen the truth of who we are, the thought system we do share. We share a thought system of love beyond all appearances, no matter what. That's a thought system of reality expressing here in this moment in time as compassion and love and brotherhood. That's what we would share. We would end the war within ourselves. We would not hold anyone hostage to some old grievance or ourselves. And we trust that as we are willing to admit where the war in ourselves has occurred or might be still occurring, that we trust the grace of God, the law of love, to free us from that and melt away that conflict so that we do not support any more make believe outpicturings of terror, of nightmares, of war anywhere. But we join and rest in the trust that God is the answer, love is the answer, and that we recognize that answer because we recognize how we do love one another. In this moment of universal compassion, this is a moment of the second coming. This is the moment of Christ awareness coming into our consciousness in every tradition, in every language as love. That's what's happening. Let's pay attention to that. Let's support that. All around the world at 3 o'clock, when everyone is taking a moment of silence, a minute of silence, it's happening around the clock, somewhere in the world all the time. Let it happen for us 24 hours a day. As soon as any other kind of thought comes, just remember it's make believe and drop it. It's an idea. It's not a problem. It's an idea. When we pay it no mind, it fades away. And then the reality of our being, the truth in us, has easy access to shine because we're not blocking it with ideas that are not true. We are the experience of love. We are a true idea in the mind of God. We are created as the love of God. We are what creation is. Let love extend and create and continue its creation through us, through our compassion this day and every day. And pay no attention to the make believe disturbances. They will fall away by grace. Just as the upset or the self conflict in us, the grievances that we hold, when we ask for help and we surrender our position, we are given the gift of freedom from that grievance and grace. That's the whole, that is the whole model of how the whole sonship is released. And nothing has been more powerful than a united expression and joining around compassion and love as today. Thank you, Father James Francis, and everybody.
As always, Vicky, you really take us to where we've always been. And I love the play on that word make believe. We make what we believe, and we believe in what we made. It's that simple. We believe in what we made, and we can shift that belief by not focusing on it. What we focus on increases in energy. What we do not focus on, what we do not share, begins to dissolve on its own. It's like any other grievance. When people begin to join together and to talk about a grievance, it gives you the impression that you're right. This must be true because other people agree with me. But if you're not out there seeking agreement on how right an impossible world is, then that impossible world begins to shift before your eyes. The real suddenly is seen as real, and the unreal begins to just lose its reality and fades into the background. It is our belief, our make-believeness, that has kept it in play. So now we only focus on the love of God, extending only that. So, Alice, I was watching the room and I saw you shining like a light bulb. So I would love to call on you and see if you'd like to share something.
Oh, this is so lovely what you shared today, and I think that the beginning chant that you sang, "I am under no laws but God's," that is divine law. And you know, I'm just feeling Teddy right now. And when Vicky sits there, and the empty space beside her, the empty space beside her is the spirit Teddy is always there. And he always started by saying, you know, and then he would say something, and he probably didn't quite know what he was going to say, but he'd say, you know, and then he did know. And the law, divine law helps you know. And he would often talk about, Jesus told me this, or Jesus taught me that. Now, when recently, Teddy's beautiful book, you know, Helen's Notes, which I love, came out, one of my thoughts about that was that if Helen can do this, we can all do it. We can hear the voice of Christ within us. And I find writing, as you do too, Father James, a very easy way to express that Christ within me. I just ask a question and then Christ answers it. My Christ answers it, the Christ I am. And that is from the divine law. And divine law is built into our DNA. I really feel that because we recognize it when it happens. We recognize it and we can choose. And just today I was saying to my husband, I think that the eyes of Christ within me are getting stronger all the time. In other words, and I think that's happening, it's not just me, I think it's happening universally. I think it's a dispensation of grace that we're being given in these times of compassion, of oneness, of love, divine law. And there I do see Teddy's spirit beside you, Vicky, so strongly, just sitting there like that. And he'll say, you know, and then he'll say something like, it's all within us. It's all there, you know? And may we all see, as we do now, a little bit more and a little bit more from those eyes of Christ. Because look at us looking at each other. We can't help it. We just can't help it. It's here. And you saw with that, Father James, when you were in Poland on the border there. And here we all are. So my darling, beautiful brothers and sisters, love, the divine law of love. It's there.
Thank you, Alice. I think we should always, just in honor of Teddy, always begin by saying, you know, because you do know, you know this, we all do. And I was thinking as you were sharing, Alice, there's nothing special about expressing and extending the voice for God, the Christ energy, the Christ expression. There's nothing special about that. And yet sometimes we try to build a special relationship around that. Look at me, I am now channeling Jesus. Man, if I had a dime for everybody who was out there saying they're channeling Jesus, I'd have at least $3. And so then people have to choose, well, I think she is, and I think he is. No, you do it. You be the voice for Christ. It doesn't have to be some special thing. I was just told about one person who's channeling the Christ, Jesus, that they did a workshop recently, and if you were vaccinated, you could not come. You were not allowed to be there because that's what Jesus said. What? What? That is it is amazing how far the insane need to be special will go. My goodness. Just realize it's happening right now. You're under no laws but God's, which means that we're all doing it if we just choose to do it. It's all happening as long as we choose for it to happen. We just need to relax and to be that. The light has come. We don't have to be looking for some special relationship just to keep it out there. Do you realize that's what this special relationship does? It keeps it out there. It's about keeping it right here. I am that right now, in this very moment. I am that. I am the holy, perfect child of God, complete and healed and whole, shining in the reflection of God's love right now. So that's all I have to say. No more make-believe nonsense. I'm tired of the nonsense within my own mind. Stop it. All right, everybody, let's take a deep breath together. And let's make a commitment to, as one, that we're going to just focus and hold still within this single reality of peace and grace and life, which is happening right now everywhere at once. Everywhere at once. And let's feel that as we join together in our prayer of protection. Here we go. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All is well. Amen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Happy Thursday. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Love
Thank
you
you.
all.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.